Okay, part three of my climbing series. I've climbed up the tree. I've reached my hunting height. I'm standing on the bottom steps of my stick. I'll show you how I go about it from here. Pull a predator platform out of my pack. Undo the daisy chain. Wrap it around the tree. Find the next available, or the next best loop, the best fit loop. Push it down snug. Cam it in place. Oh, got my chain. Push it down snug. Cam it in place. Climb up onto the upper two steps of my stick. Pull up my tether to about the level I want, and I'm going to hang it over the predator so that I'm hanging directly off over the predator. I want to be snug here because as I step over, I want to make sure that if anything kicks out or goes awry, I don't have issues with it. Now that I'm snug, and I know it's not going to kick out when I step across, and if it does, I'm not going anywhere, I'm tied tight. I'll step over onto the platform, make my final tether adjustment here, get it right centered, just about eye level. Set myself back in my seat, cinch that up just a little bit, and I'm sitting about where I want to be. Now, this stock bridge is a little bit short for me. When I lean forward, you can see it hits me in the ear. I like to lean forward, so I tend to use a little bit longer bridge than the stock bridge. So I take my lineman's belt that I'm carrying with me anyway, and I swap it in. So now I can lean forward. Once that's in place, pop out the stock bridge that I climbed on. Readjust here, take out any slack. That feels pretty good. Now, just to make sure that I don't grab on this and inadvertently pull it and drop myself to the ground, I put a slip knot in my tether and lock that into the carabiner. That way, if I do pull on this, it can only go as far as the knot. I'm safe. It's a secondary lock. With that fixed in place, in the longer tether, I pull out my tie-in cord. It is another daisy chain piece of am steel. It's 1/4 inch, or 1/8 inch rather. I really like this weight for this because I can hang onto it with cold fingers. I don't have to worry about dropping it and having to find another way to attach things in the tree. I just run it around, girth hitch it through itself, and the series of daisy chains are on the tag end here, so it's adjustable for where I hang my pack. Now my pack's got padding in the back side, so I try and line that padding up with my knees here and pick the girth hitch that fits that. Pick the loop that fits that. Tuck my rope in behind. Flip everything around. Sitting pretty good so far. With that done, I'll take my Clipter bow hanger, hook that in my gear loop. The pack keeps it taut so it won't slide down the tree. Hook that to the tree. Now I'm ready to pull up my gear. My gear loop connects to a piece of paracord that I girth hitch around my clothes and then run the tag end through the riser on my bow, and that lets me pull everything up at once. Get the bow up here, I can undo the girth hitch on the paracord. I'll just stow that for a second. Put the coat on. Oh, let me do a little string management here, get this pull-up string out of the way. This pull-up string is now served its purpose as pull-up string, so now it's pull-down string. So I attach it next to that right there so I don't forget to do it. Get the coat zipped up, a little chilly today. Pull it down into the seat and forward. Get my hands in my pockets. We'll knock an arrow. I've got two options for hanging my quiver. One, the blue carabiner that's on the back side of the daisy chain gear hanger. The other is a little carabiner, a little keychain carabiner I have attached to my pack right here, right within reach. So I can just slip that in there, and my quiver is attached. This is my normal hunting position, so I can sit in the saddle like this, look off to the left, sit looking off to the right. If I want to take a little snooze, I can put my forehead into the crotch here. It's pretty comfortable. Saddle stays right where it's put. I'm sitting on it with my knees against the tree. Again, I got padding in the backpack that provides my knee pad. From this position, I can shoot from about my 11 o'clock position all the way around to, oh, I don't know, 7 o'clock without having to even move. If I stand up and lean, turn my feet sideways, roll the bridge in the carabiner, I can shoot all the way around to my 4 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock position, somewhere in that range. If I need to shoot in front of the tree, or I want to get the tree between me and something, I leave one foot on the platform, step a foot over onto the stick that I've left on the back side of the tree. That allows me to shoot from about my 2 o'clock position all the way around back to the 10 o'clock position. If I need to get a little further, I can step both feet onto that stick, and now I can shoot all the way around back to where I started. I can clear the tree with it. Another option for shooting behind me is I can grab the bridge here, or my bridge rope, and the predator gives me enough platform to turn around on. So I can turn my size 11s around, lean out against the bridge as it's up over my left shoulder. I can shoot the whole backside of me in a normal standing shooting position with all the gear behind the bowstring. So none of the hardware that I'm hanging off of will interfere with the string. I can shoot all of this real easily. So another reason I tie that off, though, so that when I turn around, I don't inadvertently pull that device and drop myself to the ground. When I get done with my hunt, I just reverse the process. Put the quiver on the bow. Store the arrow. I'll hang that back on the clipper for a minute while I free up my lowering string. Just loop a little bit more off so I can make sure the bow gets fully to the ground. Then I run it through itself to kind of provide a little lock action. This I feed through the cam strings on my bow and let it lock itself there, and I can lower my bow to the ground. I leave this attached. This is my pull down. This is my retrieval for my rope. That's my retrieval string, so I got to leave that there. The next thing I do, put on my pack. Take my gear strap off the tree. Store the clipper. Wrap it all up so nothing gets lost. Back in the pack pocket. Now I can undo this safety knot I've got here. Relock the carabiner. Stand up, and I turn this typically just off so I'm off the predator so that I'm not banging my knee on it as I go by. And I can start my rappel down. Once I get to the predator, just lift it up, pull the daisy chain off, and I can stow it. Oh, wrapped it the wrong way. I can either slip this back in my pack, if I can reach it, which I can today, or I can hook it on the carabiner that I took my clip off of. Drop down a little bit more, pull the stick off the tree, wrap that line through the bridge, hook it back into the cleat, it stays there by itself, and I'm down the tree I go. Once I'm down the tree, I just pull the retrieval string. Oh, I guess I gotta unhook here. Jumping the gun. Take my sender off the device, pull the retrieval string, and the rope comes right down the tree. Hope you liked the video. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching.